Do you ever stop to think about why it is that when your team is presenting to you internally, the presentations are boring and lackluster? And do you ever worry about the fact that those same boring, lackluster presentations are being delivered to your customer? Well, I'm here to tell you today that I don't think it's the fault of your teams only. And I want to explain to you how we can make those internal presentations better and as a result make every presentation better. So stick around. Hey, welcome to Eat Loud. My name is Richard Mulholland. I'm the founder and chief presentation officer of Presentation Powerhouse Missing Link. Now, you showed up in the boardroom. You're sitting down. Your team members walk in. They got this great report that they got to present back to you. And they go through slide after slide after slide with all this data. You're sitting there and half the time you're not listening. You're reading ahead. Why is that? Well, my friends, it's because they're doing what you asked them to do. Now, at the end of this video, I'm going to share with you 3 questions that you can deliver to your teams. Or if you are the person presenting, 3 questions you can confirm with whoever's asked you to do this internal presentation that will instantly make every single one of these presentations better, more enjoyable, and actually be more likely to get an impact. Look, let's start off with these kind of report presentations. These are the presentations that Jeff Bezos, remember that famous thing that Jeff Bezos in his shareholder report, he actually banned presentations from Amazon. Jeff Bezos banned presentations and everyone's like, oh, Bezos is banning presentations. Well, no, because 2 months later, he did a big presentation. He's banning a certain type of presentation. And this is the number one question we get asked in Boredom Slayers or presentation training, is that people will come to us and they'll say, yeah, but we're not doing those kind of presentations. The presentations we have to do is when our boss asks us to deliver a report. That's not a presentation. Look, let's understand what a presentation is. Let's define that. What is a presentation? It's very, very important that when you ask somebody to deliver a presentation, there's actually a presentation you want. It is to deliver a message, to evoke an emotion, to achieve a desired result. Okay, so a report is not a presentation. Okay, a report is a report. You can read a report. You don't need other humans to present reports back to you. And if you are a human and somebody's asked you to present a report, work under the assumption that they can read. Okay, and if you're putting all the detail on the slides, then they definitely didn't need you in the first place, because they're going to be reading anyway. Okay, so reports are not meant to be presented. The reason presentations are bad is because people are just presenting information back, giving you feedback loops. No, these are documents that should be distributed beforehand, and we should meet in the meeting to discuss them, just like Uncle Jeff told us to. If you are doing a presentation on something, you want to take a distillation. And by the way, they don't have to be mutually exclusive. You can send through the full detail of the report to everybody and then say, when we get to the boardroom, I will then tell you the 3 things you're going to tell them that I'm going to tell you in just a wee second.
1 wee second later.
All right, so at the beginning, I promised you 3 questions you could ask. And I promise you these 3 questions for 90% of the report information you're asking your subordinates to deliver to you, these 3 questions will work for you. It's very, very simple. Question number 1, what are the key insights? So present the information to me, but then present the key insights. What are the key insights and learnings that you picked up from the data? Question number 2, why is this significant? What is the significance, in your opinion, of these key insights? Question number 3, what should we be doing now as a result of that? Because your presentation is about changing an action in the future. So what were the insights? Why are these insights significant? And what should we be doing, in your opinion, as a result of this? If you ask your team to do that, then you're actually asking them for some degree of research agency and opinion. They will become so much more invested in the presentation because all of a sudden it's their ideas. And there's a good thing comes out of this. First of all, you'll enjoy it more. Why? Because they will enjoy presenting more. They're not just delivering information back at you, they're delivering their thinking back at you, and they'll be a lot more invested. Your audience cannot enjoy receiving a presentation more than you enjoy delivering it. So if you can create a presentation that you're invested in, that you put your heart and soul, and more importantly, your brain into, all of a sudden you're going to enjoy delivering it. And that means you, as the leader of the business, are going to enjoy receiving it. It's a much better way of doing things. The best part though, is that you're not just going to be learning something about your company, but you're going to be learning something about the people in your company. Because all of a sudden you'll see who are the smart, insightful ones. You're learning something from the presentation, but you have to give them permission to do it. And if you are the subordinate, take permission. And here's how I would handle it. At the beginning of the presentation, thank you so much for inviting me to do the report on our marketing material. I've gone through everything, and my purpose today and what I want to share with you today is what were the most important insights that we learned from the last 6 months of marketing, why these are significant, and what I think we should be doing next. And if you want to make sure, say, how does that sound to everybody? Does that sound like a good use of the next 15, 20 minutes? They're not going to say no unless they give you a completely different brief, in which case, read the brief. But they won't. They'll say, that sounds great, and they'll nod at you. At the end of that, you will look smarter to them. They'll be like, that one's all right. And that's what you want. Otherwise, all that they're getting is the information. The only information they're getting is the information from the report. Now they're getting an opinion about you. What do you have to lose? Those presentations, they can't get any more shit. You're going to get a whole lot better information from the very, very people that you respect the most. I hope you respect them the most. They're your team. Until next time.